Hello, my name is Abigail Dillon, and I completed my practicum at Women at Risk International. The main goal of my practicum was to design and develop a database to fit a number of requirements, two of which I will be focusing on for this presentation. The first requirement was that the database be designed to be a directory of resource providers that combat human trafficking. This would include what resources they offered, to whom they offered it, and where they were located, and how they could be contacted. The second requirement was that the database allow for easy data retrieval. This included being able to select programs based on any criteria from within the database, namely offered resources, program locations, and demographics served. Women at Risk, or WAR, itself is a nonprofit that focuses on rescuing people from human trafficking. Many times they have helped people, either in person or over the phone, locate resources that help remove them from the trafficking industry or a risk situation. As WAR is not able to provide assistance for every need that comes through their door, they have amassed a large collection of different programs, organizations, and individuals to whom they can refer. This collection was initially housed in over 50 Word documents in a flat file database design. The information in these documents were divided into the name of the resource provider, the description of the program they offered, the director or other primary contact, if this was a shelter, what ages were served, the cost, and any additional comments. While this was enough to house the information that they needed, comments being a catch-all for important information that did not fit elsewhere in the form, it was not enough for searchability. After being divided by state, the providers were then listed alphabetically, with no further division by county, resources, or demographics. Furthermore, there was no controlled vocabulary, which made a Control-F search near impossible. Ultimately, this brings us down to the difference between flat file and relational design. Flat file is similar to a spreadsheet, but beefed up. It is a single table database. Relational is a multi-table database with a network of defined relationships connecting the tables. Flat file design is far simpler than relational. As a single table, it's far easier to understand and to create, which is why it shows up so frequently, and it does work with some needs, just not the type that WAR's database required. Relational design, on the other hand, wins in both data consistency and data retrieval. In consistency, there's a buzzword: data integrity. This is a set of rules that are built into the database's logical design and its code. Rules that make sure data remains accurate across relationships and through the database, regardless of updates to any table. Relational design also helps prevent redundancy. Examine the left table below. In a flat file, if a single resource provider served both youth and adult women, for example, it results in two records with repeating data. In the right network of tables, a relational database, one record of A is linked to both records 1 and 2 in a separate table without the repetition of data. Data retrieval is also made easier with the relational design. The selection of information from databases can be customized through a query to pull desired information from any table or combination of tables. With a database the size of WAR's, it really comes down to this. The structure of a flat file design benefits the developer. The structure of a relational design benefits the user. On the far right of the poster, you can see a simplified version of WAR's new database design. Most of my hours of development were used to ensure data integrity, which in turn allowed me to meet the two requirements we discussed earlier. With a proper structure, I was able to define what data went where in order to maximize the efficiency of storage and retrieval. For locations, resources, and demographics, I used validation tables to predefine states, resource types, ages, genders, and nationalities, which gives the web developers who will be integrating the database controlled vocabulary to use in their search engine. This database will go live this fall at the web domain htresourcehub.org and will continue to grow as more resource providers are transferred from the old design into the new.